What's up? It's Dr. Will James here reporting to you. Dr. Will James reports. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. The notification bell so that you get notifications every time I upload a new video. Today we are going over a video from Kendra G's uh, dating show. This woman on the show seems like pretty lady here. Not too bad looking, but you're gonna notice why in the clip why she's single and how many women get it confused what men are really looking for. They tend to think that men are looking for the same things that they look for as women, and that's where they go wrong. So let's get into the clip so that we could break this down.
Kendra G Singles dating app is available now on iPhones and Android phones. Just go to your App Store or Google Play Store and download now.
Oh, I know. Okay, real quick. I saw her in Atlanta, and you told me you was coming back because they had you messed up in the comment section.
I'm back to clear your cousins.
Woo, come on, clear them. Your hair look good. Remember some things. I remember you wanted a man taller than your son. He got to make at least 100K. You don't want him to have a 9 to 5 because he got to be able to travel when you can travel. You ain't no princess men. None of that. You looking for a girl?
I'm looking for a spiritual, emotionally intelligent, generous man who knows who he is, knows how to treat a woman, knows how to communicate. Just well-rounded as far as like financial aspects. It's just as long as he's ambitious and has his life together. I mean, I would say preferably over 100K because I make that, so I would want him to make at least what I make or more.
What are your deal breakers?
Deal breakers, liars, cheaters, down low men.
So let's start right there. Before we get too far, she started off by saying she wants a man that preferably makes over 100,000. That right there just knocks out like 90% of men. And then again, if she wants the guy to be a black gentleman, then that leaves her with about 1 to 5% of men that she's looking for that makes over $100,000 within the United States of America. Keep in mind, this is a lady who I think she's going to say she's 35, 36, and she already has 2 kids. She has a kid, one I believe is 16 or 17, and one is 14. And she's out here looking for a gentleman who makes over $100,000. So just keep that in mind.
Very feminine men. We have a lot of those here in Atlanta. We have a lot of bad bitches and men that feel like they're the pillow princesses and they want you to chase them and buy them flowers and take them out on dates. I'm not dealing with any of it. And I want her to be taller than my son because my son is 17. He's 6'3". So I don't want my son to be able to little boy him. I could do that.
So she's going to take that statement back that she wants him to be 6'3" or taller because she got a lot of backlash for saying that. But she was serious there. I believe she was serious. And if you want a guy that's 6'3" or taller that makes over $100,000, you're looking for less than 1%, especially if you want him to be black as well. It's definitely less than 1% of men. And that's without factoring everything else in, the other variables. So this just goes to show the delusion that many modern women have in the 21st century. And then that same guy has to want you back.
And he got 5K, but he got to be like an entrepreneur. Like, he can't be like 9 to 5.
Is that overall? Nobody 9 to 5?
I prefer not to do a 9 to 5 just because of like my schedule, how flexible I am. I feel no type of way when I'm like, oh, I'm about to go here. And he like, oh, I got to request PTO or something because I don't have to do all that.
Well, okay, someone asked this question. They said, when you're traveling, is he paying for both of you guys?
Yes. No, I don't go 50-50, y'all. They ain't even.
Oh, I didn't even ask you that question. They brought it up. What happened? They said you don't do 50-50.
No, I don't. I've never had to, but I feel like everybody should do, what they want in their households. But the men that I've been with my past relationships, I've never had to go 50-50.
Funny because I did the Tamara Hall show and she was one of the clips. Time didn't permit. We had so much going on that show, but you were a clip that was going to be shown on the show, but we didn't get to your clip. But I ran into her at the live Mix and Mingle speed dating in Atlanta, and she told me in person she was coming back on the show to read y'all down. So what you want to say, Princess?
Well, first of all, I want to say it was so nice meeting you. You're so beautiful in person. I love your energy. So I wanted to say that, and congratulations to all your success and everything you have going on. So I want to say that first.
Thank you. Okay, now she gave me my compliment. What you got to say to this?
Oh,
thank you.
Sorry, I'm gonna clear that. Can I cuss on? Can I curse on?
Girl, you have to say what you got to say.
Okay. So it was a lot of negative feedback, which I understand. I get the clickbait. I get that a lot of people are opinionated and they have, their opinions and a lot to say. But number one, y'all don't know me. That's number one. And I really don't, a lot of this stuff really didn't bother me because I know who I am as a woman and as a person, but I wanted to clear all of the talk about single mothers. That's what bothered me the most. And mainly because 70% of Black households are raised by single mothers. Okay, 70%. And that's actually lower now. It used to be 80. So now we're down to 70. So majority of the people on there talking about single mothers, you're raised by a single mom, but you have so much to say about single mothers. And so let's talk about me as a single mother. Yes, I'm a single mom. I was a teen mom too. I had my son at 18, my daughter at 21. And let's talk about how I went from a teen mom to a successful realtor, which I said I was. A lot of people had a lot of misconceptions about that too, about what I do. I sell this, I sell that. The only thing I sell is houses. So fix your bad credit and come see me and get a home.
We don't know that that's the only thing you sell, but go on.
That's the only thing I sell. That's number one. Okay.
You said you ain't got no damn good credit. Your credit score 400.
Okay. And I can help you fix it too. So I help with credit repair. So I'll fix your credit and get you into a home. Again, that's the only thing I sell. Okay. So a teen mom to a successful realtor, I have sold 50 homes in real estate. And that's a lot to say about a Black realtor in ACL because a lot of people are realtors and they're not successful. I've sold 50 homes. Okay. 50. I make good money. So I said that. Okay. And then let's talk about how I have my son. And that was a joke too, Kenya, because okay, I'm goofy. I'm very goofy. I'm sarcastic. I'm playful. I don't need my man to be as tall as my son. I mean, it would be ideal, but he does not have to be. And my son is not disrespectful, and he's not.
See, now she's trying to walk it back, but she was serious. She said it would be ideal, so that's her preference, but he doesn't have to be. But she said it because it was real. Now she got backlash because her son is 6'3", and the average height for a male in America is 5'9". How many men are taller than 6'3"? Especially that makes over $100,000. She was serious. She gets some backlash, and now she's saying, "Oh, she was playing around." Why would you be on a dating show, a singles dating show, Kendra G's dating show, whatever if you want to call it, looking for men and playing around? That's immature. You should be serious about your expectations, what you're looking for, and what you hope to find or what you hope to find you.
I'm not going to disrespect a man because they're not the same height. That was a joke. I made a joke. Okay. Now, my son, let's talk about him being a D1 athlete that this single mother raised on her own. I'm a single mom. He's a D1 athlete. He has 35 scholarships, 35 to choose from. He's graduating this year. Okay. A teen mom, I did that. And then both of
He's not a D1 athlete if he's not in a college yet as a D1 athlete. He has D1 offers. He's graduating high school this year, and you would say he has D1 offers. And I'm not sure where that comes in with this. She's trying to brag on what, the success of her kids with her being a single parent, I guess. I'm pretty sure she didn't do it alone if she got pregnant that young. I'm pretty sure, her parents probably helped and things of that nature. That would be my guess. You had help.
my children, my daughter is 16. They both have a 3.0 GPA. So let's talk about that as a single mom. Okay, let's talk about how I have a beautiful home, 4-bedroom on a basement. I drive a Mercedes. My home is peaceful. So y'all want to talk about all these single moms and single mothers.
All of that to say what? You're still single. No one cares about your Mercedes and your home. You're still single. The man that you want doesn't care about that. You're still single. So what are you talking about? You're talking about things that women care about. Women care about the type of house a man has, the type of car a man has, things like that. Men don't care about that. We don't care about your nice house and your nice car. We really don't. So who are you talking to?
Can't have standards, baby. Yes, I can have standards because I am the standard. I set the bar. Y'all try to plug me. I'm very intelligent. I have a bachelor's degree in education.
She says she's very intelligent and then referenced a degree that does not show intelligence. Education does not measure intelligence. School does not measure intelligence. I have 5 degrees. I have a terminal degree. And I will tell you, it doesn't measure intelligence. I would never point to my degrees to say, oh, I'm intelligent because I have 5 degrees and I have a doctoral degree. So what? That doesn't make you intelligent. Can you think critically? You're not coming across as that intelligent how you're rambling right now.
Spiritual. I'm healed. My life is peaceful. I'm funny. I'm goofy. And I love to travel. I pay for my own travel. If I'm in a relationship, yes, the men in the past have paid for my trips, but me on my own, I pay for my own trips. I just went to Ghana 2 weeks ago. I stayed over there for 2 weeks, and I went to Italy and Morocco. So that's why I said I want a man who has a flexible schedule like me, because I love to travel. Man, if you have a job, and let's talk about this because I did not knock anybody with a 9 to 5. If you have a 9 to 5, that's amazing. You should. Everybody needs to work. I'm not knocking that. Why would I knock somebody working? I just said, you asked me my preferences. I said I would like a man who's an entrepreneur because I know he has a flexible schedule. When I take vacation, some days I go 3 to 4 days. That's on a weekend. But some days I like to go. Sometimes I like to go 2 to 3 weeks at a time. People with jobs, they don't have that flexibility. But I'm not knocking your 9 to 5. I'm just talking about me and what I like.
Even an entrepreneur may not have that flexibility. When you're an entrepreneur, there's things you have to handle. There's business that you have to handle. There's meetings you may have to be present for, or things you may have to handle. Yeah, an entrepreneur, if you run a business, you may have more flexibility. If when you're the boss, you have more flexibility than the people who work for you or work for a company or something like that. But you still have to handle things as an entrepreneur. You still have to put in orders for things. You still have to make sure things are being done the correct way, oversee things. If you're running a business, you still may have to be present for certain things. So you may not be able to just get up and go. She may want to get up and go Friday, and you say, you know what, I got to handle this Friday. We can go Saturday, we can go Sunday, or we can go Monday. You still have to handle certain things as an entrepreneur. This is the type of woman, these type of women tend to think that they know it all, and they're a headache to deal with. They wonder why they're single, but they're a headache to deal with because they think that they're so smart and they're so accomplished, and then a whole bunch of masculinity comes oozing out of them, which is a turnoff to other masculine men that they are seeking to date. They are the masculine man that they're looking for. And that masculine man doesn't want them. They want femininity. They want someone who's going to be cool, be calm, know to be quiet, and know to be submissive. Not think that they can challenge me and be combative and do things their way. She wants to do things her way. You can tell.
Yeah. Okay. One thing I will want to say is, and I host this show, so I definitely hear all the comments about single moms. Only thing that I will say, if a mother is single, that means the father is not doing their part. Like, we give all the lack to single moms, but how come we don't focus on the fact that, well, I don't know, you tell me this, because maybe this will educate me. Do your children's dads, are they participating?
I only have one.
Okay. Does he participate?
When he wants to, but I am the sole provider for my children of my household, and I'm not looking for a man to come in and parent or father or take care of my kids. It's already done. My kids are 16 and 17. My son graduates this year, so why would I be looking for a man to take care of my kids? And I don't want any more kids. So that was another thing. Oh, she's looking for somebody to take care of her kids. My kids are grown. They're about to graduate.
Okay. Well, yeah. So you kind of remember my point. I just feel like we give so much flack to single moms, but not to the men who made them single moms. Like, I feel like the energy, if you're going to give the energy to women who have children and they're raising them by themselves and now they want to date, you have to give the energy to the man that put them in that position. Like, that's the part that I don't like, that's not balanced. Like, if anything, the father who decided to not raise his child should get all this negative attention, not the mother who's making it happen by whatever she's giving. And that's where I just think that that's unfair. Like, y'all should be men, because a lot of men scold the single moms. You should be scolding your gender, the men who do not take care of their responsibility and raise their children. And that would seem to me fair. Because if a woman's a single mom, it's because the guy's not there.
Exactly. We didn't choose this life. It chose us. Like, I didn't wake up one day and be like, oh, I don't want to be with the kids, the father of my kids anymore. That wasn't a choice. It just happened that way. And again, we're doing everything. I bust my ass to take care of my kids. Like, I grind. And so it just was very hurtful to see all of the.
No, what you chose to do is you chose to get out there and be fast and be hot and have kids early at 18 before you knew what you were doing. That's the problem. And that's why I always caution people. You need to wait and think about who you're going to be with and who you're going to have kids with. You were 18. That's why you had no business doing what you were doing. Because the man you decide to have kids with is your husband. That should be it. You should stay with that man. So people need to be more conscious about this decision. And especially since it's fully a woman's decision, they need to be more conscious about it. That's why they get more criticism, because a man, I could be 22 years old, 23 years old, 30, 40, 50, and I could get a female pregnant and I could say, oh, I want you to keep it. I want you to keep it. Please keep it. And then it's fully up to her to decide not to. She could go against my wishes and get an abortion. She could go to a state where it's still legal and get an abortion, and I have no say in it. So that's why they get more criticism. A man, he could be saying, he could be 16 years old, 15 years old and say, you know what, we made a mistake. I'm immature. I'm not ready. I don't got the finances. I didn't realize what I was doing. Female could say, you know what, well, I want to keep it. So then when he's not there, you chose it. And this is a big thing, a big debate, a big argument. Women get to opt out of motherhood with no consequences. Men can't do that.
Those comments about single mothers. And yes, like, why not give it to the men? You know what I mean? That's crazy.
Now let's talk about a couple things. I think what happens is, so I host the show, right? And this is 5 years of hosting the show. I do not claim to be a guru or relationship expert, but I'm a journalist, and I've been talking to single people for 5 years, more than 15,000 single people. So you learn a lot after having all those conversations. One of the things I think is the statistics on the amount of men that fit the description of what you asked for, right? So because you asked for a certain height, a certain tax bracket, that man, and I don't think women know, there's so many women that kind of want that man, right? Mm-hmm. So I think a lot of the pushback was, why would this man choose you when he has 10,000 options around the world? And that's where it gets kind of tricky. So do you stay with your salary requirement? It was 100K, right? Or more?
I said that was the minimum. I said at least. But then you did ask me, you was like, would you go down to 75K? I said, yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Do you want to get married? Is that the goal?
I do. I would like a partner. It doesn't necessarily have to have be a marriage. Like, I would like a partner.
Okay. And are those things non-negotiables? If he can't travel as you travel,
because my kids, again, they're about to graduate. And I'm about to be an empty nester, and I plan on doing a lot of traveling. And so I don't want my partner to be in a position where he can't go with me or he feels some type of way, because that's what I desire. Like, that's what I'm going to do.
Okay. So you have to be able to travel. Yes. Okay. And you don't mind if he has kids?
No, I want him to have kids because I'm not having any more kids.
Okay.
How's she going to be an empty nester if her children are 17 and 16? Is she talking about them going away to college? They're certainly not moving out that early, I would hope. I don't know how that's going to work.
Okay. Did you have a height requirement? I can't remember.
Well, I said tall. I'm 5'9". I'm not average height for a woman. I'm really tall. So I would like for him to at least be taller than me. He doesn't have to be 6'4", but at least be taller than me.
Okay. And you're in Atlanta. Do you want him to be in Atlanta?
No. I prefer not. Please don't be.
Don't be in Atlanta.
Please. I cannot stand Atlanta
Now
men.
she's trying to do long
Okay,
distance.
she cannot stand Atlanta man. All right, so do you? I mean, we've kind of just hit. I know you want to come back to clear and defend yourself, and I always want to give everybody the opportunity to do that. So, did anybody reach out, or was it just all people saying you're not going to find this guy?
It was some people that reached out.
Anyway, it's women like that who they think that they have it all going well for themselves. She's not bad looking, you know, fairly pretty, decent body. She has a career, has a home, car, and they're like, you know, it's to them, all the problem is all of the men. That's why they're single. They don't know why the men don't want them. They're intimidated by a strong, independent woman. No, you are a strong, masculine woman. And the type of men that you're seeking, the men with 100 plus K, the men who have options, the truly God-fearing men, they're not putting up with your personality, your behavior. They'll rather be single than deal with a headache like you because you think that you know so much. You think that you're so powerful, you're so successful, you're going to challenge everything that they do. You're going to want to do it your way. That's why you're single. And I hope this message comes across. I hope this is a message for a point that a lot of women can understand. You should always rest in your feminine energy. You need to take a step back and think, oh, if I want a man, what is that man truly going to look for? What is he going to want? What is he going to desire in a woman? Don't try to be what he is. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Peace.